This program is brought to you by Pussy Magnets.
Put a midge on your fridge with a pussy magnet.
Welcome, my lovely lumps. Or maybe let's go with lovely labs. That's pretty on brand. Anyway, I'm so thrilled to have you here in the Labia Lounge. We're going to be yarning about all things sexuality, intimacy, womanhood, relating, holistic health, and everything in between. We're going to have vag loads of real chats with real people about real shit. So buckle up because you're about to receive the sex ed that you never had and hopefully have a bit of a chuckle while you're at it. Before we get stuck in, I'd like to respectfully acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I'm recording this, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. It's a massive privilege to be living and creating dope podcast content in Naarm, and I just want to pay my respects to their elders past, present, and emerging. Now, if you're ready, let's flap and do this.
Don't panic, you're not broken. Your sex education was a piece of shit. Get your flaps out and pull up the couch. It's the Labia Lounge.
Hey gang, just before we jump into this episode, I wanted to offer you an opportunity to access my new mini course for free before I start charging for it in future. It's for people with vulvas and it's quick to complete. It's all about demystifying the female body and pleasure anatomy and getting some basic fundamentals to understand your body better. It's called Pussy Pleasure Secrets, Your Roadmap to Bedroom Bliss. You can grab it on the freebies page of my website or in the show notes. It's a great little free resource to kind of dip your toe in or act as a bit of a taster for my work. So if you've ever been curious about this sort of thing and you just don't know where to start, or you want a really quick, easy, accessible, non-threatening way to get the ball rolling and start working on this stuff, this is a great place to start. All right. Hey gang, welcome back to another installment from the Virtue and Vice events. These are sex on premises play parties where I've been going and setting up the Labia Lounge and interviewing party goers. And as per usual, I am so sick of apologizing for this, but the audio quality is rubbish. It's just tricky in that environment with, big, loud, noisy speakers in the background, and it's such a fun party vibe, but it definitely makes it a bit tricky to hear because your gal only has very limited tech resources and skills. But I already pour so much time and energy and have poured so much money into the podcast and getting it out every week that I just can't bring myself to go and spend more money on another mic just for these events that I do so rarely. I think I might try to borrow one next time though, because gosh, it's frustrating. I always think it's going to be fine, and then I get the audio later, and I'm like, fuck, what am I supposed to do with this? This sucks. And the conversations are so good. The people I chat to are just incredible. So I feel really bad, like I've let everyone down by doing such a poor job of the audio quality. But, as I've reminded my listeners many times before, I'm just one woman trying to do a cool thing, doing this community service out in the world, and don't have a lot of support or resources at my disposal. So this is just me taking imperfect action, and it's better than nothing. And I think it still spreads awareness and fosters community, and all of the people I chat to and, that come and have a little chin wag on the lounge or get a photo taken with it, I think are better for it. So leaving people better than I found them. However, I don't know if your eardrums are going to feel the same way about this episode. So let me know what you think of the chats if you do manage to stick through it. And if you're interested, there's a bunch of other episodes around these sex parties. You can plug in Virtue and Vice or Play Party or Sex Party and you'll probably find them. Or just feel free to DM me and I can link them to you if you're interested, because I've had so many fucking awesome chats with people on the lounge at these events, and I just so appreciate everyone's openness and courage and generosity with what they share with me. And I always have so much fun in this environment, and am kind of like like an honorary member of the community, even though I don't participate in the sex party side of it. I feel like everyone in that community has really welcomed me with so much warmth. And I appreciate that so much. So enjoy these chats. At the very end of the episode, there's a debrief chat with my friend who came and helped out on the night, and she had her own entire journey throughout the party. So that's a bit of a juicy one, and the audio quality is way better for that because it's right at the end of the night at 2 a.m. when we've just gotten home and unloaded the Labia Lounge, and we're sitting on my couch just debriefing. So I thought I'd just put that in there as a little nightcap for the episode as well.
So as a speech therapist, sometimes you coach people on how to communicate during sex.
Sure, it's a part of what we do. It can be if we have someone that, let's say you're just walking around enjoying your day-to-day life, you're in a relationship, and all of a sudden you get hit with a life-changing brain injury, then, once you get home, once you're out of hospital and you're out of rehab and you're back home, then you still want to do all those things that gave you a lot of pleasure before, eating and drinking, communicating, those things we take for granted normally. So being able to communicate during sex, for example, that's something that might be affected, and I can have a role in helping facilitate that. If it's their goal that they want to work on, and if they're comfortable with being able to talk about what's difficult. It's not an easy subject. It's something that I would feel quite shy bringing up that topic, I think, with a client in the treatment room, for example. But it's something that I think I have an ethical obligation to do that, because for me, sex is just as much of a basic human need as food, water, shelter, really.
Oh my God. So you bring it up with them, even though it's a little bit uncomfortable. You think, okay, they're suffering a bit of a speech impediment, or they're struggling with some of these things. I'm going to just check in with them. How do you go with communicating during sex?
Yeah. I've done extra training. They didn't teach us this at uni, that's for sure. They taught us how the normal functioning person might look like, but they don't talk about this. So I did a little bit of extra training and they basically you could just open up with that in your first session or your second session after you've started to build some rapport with the other person. And you could just say, look, we know that after a brain injury that people's communication can be impacted, and that could be as normal as going to the shops and ordering food, being able to, get your own coffee. It could even be being able to talk about things in the bedroom, even sex. Uh-huh. And so we might bring it up like that. Yeah. And we just leave it like an open topic. And if, depending on how the person reacts, then we might want to explore that further or not.
I am loving hearing about this. This is so fucking cool. I literally had a guest recently that was saying it's such a shame that medical practitioners, it's such a negligent thing that they don't, when women go through menopause, they don't bring up sex and how they're experiencing things like that. So, and medical practitioners are notorious for being prudes that don't bring up sex.
Yeah.
And clients and patients would obviously struggle to bring that to the table, for understandable reasons. Yeah. So the fact that you're intentionally slipping it in a really low stake, kind of non-threatening way, you're normalizing it. Yeah. You're creating an opportunity for them to go, oh yeah, actually, now that you've mentioned it, I have been struggling with this. I love this. I'm so heartened to hear this.
Yeah, it's something that I'm a really shy, introverted guy, but I'm a very sex positive person as well. So it's something that it's definitely not easy, because you never know. I feel that in our society, things are getting, slowly opening up. Sex is becoming more of a normal, more of a open topic. And obviously we're sort of in Australia, we're probably on the cutting edge of that, considering where things are in the world in general. But it's not easy to bring that up. it's definitely like, need a bit of courage to do that. But usually the person isn't going to feel like usually maybe the person isn't going to feel like they can just open with that. So you have to, I think, like I said, you have a bit of an obligation to, and in an ethical way, to cover all your bases.
Yeah.
Like,
Open the door for
yeah, like as a speech therapist, we're going to naturally cover eating and drinking. We're going to naturally cover communication, like being able to ask for things, go to shops, talk to friends, but being able to talk about talking in the bedroom. Like, we know that sex is all about communication. I mean, relationships are all about communication. So having the wherewithal or the ability to, do a good case history and put all your own biases to the side and get down on the level of the other person. That's key to being a good, a good human being, but definitely a good health professional. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that's pretty. Yeah. There's not just that as well. I also work with people who have maybe they have an intellectual disability, and they still have the same needs and wants as someone who doesn't have an intellectual disability. They still want to connect with people. They want to have a relationship. And so that's also partly what I do. Is it could be helping people that have other types of disabilities to understand how dating might work. Putting all the different options out there in terms of, like, if they have questions about, like, I'm not sure how, I don't feel comfortable, I don't feel confident texting people or messaging people. We know that's a big part of 21st century communication. They're not sure, like, how to navigate dating apps. I can give some general advice, like some tips, and as long as it's person-centered and it feels authentic to the other person as well, of course. So yeah, if you've got an intellectual disability, if you've got, like, maybe if you could be autistic, people might come with goals like that as well, in terms of connecting with other people. And so yeah, there's a big scope for me to work in that area, or for my colleagues as well who work in this area. I'd love to see more open communication about this, I would say.
Dude, 100%. Like,
From my
even
colleagues.
everything you've described, like, to me, I've never seen a speech therapist, but it seems so out of the usual wheelhouse. It's like you've gone and sought out extra training. I imagine that, your average speech pathologist doesn't give dating, texting type of guidance. Or do they?
Sure.
Like, I don't know.
I guess it depends on, like, I guess you could say, like, we've all probably been to see, like, different health professionals over time, and you know that they're not all the same. Like, some might focus on other things. Some it all depends on. We all get probably a similar level of training from the qualification we get at maybe like a uni level, or
Sort of specialized.
yeah, but then depending on the person, they might have an area of interest.
Yeah.
And for me, I've always been really passionate about. I've always been a very sex positive person. So when the opportunity came up to learn more about this kind of thing, I was definitely, like, I jumped at it, and I want to do more as well. But some people might not feel confident talking about it, and that's fine as well. But I guess that kind of person probably just wants to keep in mind that it might be worth referring to someone else who does have that, rather than just packaging that and just forgetting about it and ignoring it. Maybe thinking about referring them to someone else who does have that skill set is probably a good idea.
Dude, I'm just super impressed, and I love hearing about this. Like, I'd never even thought about, like, firstly, I'm such a noob with speech pathology. I didn't even know that a part of that was eating and drinking.
Yeah.
I guess mouth and throat, it's all part of the same.
Yeah, that's where it must have come from over the years. Obviously it's a very new profession. Most people have no idea what we do unless you've actually needed one.
Yeah.
So, which is a good thing, because if you have to see a speech pathologist, generally it's because something not so good's happened. So, a lot of people know from movies like The King's Speech. That was probably the most famous example of speech therapy in sort of mainstream media.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess because the muscles we use for eating, for communicating, the mouth, the tongue, the throat, we're experts in all that and how those muscles and things work. Then it's all connected to swallowing as well. So we're considered the experts in that area, very very specialized.
Yeah.
We're not doctors. We're still allied health professionals in the same category as physios, OTs, and psychologists. But we have special knowledge in that area, and it's interesting because you think about obviously we're in a sex positive event, and we know about all the muscles of the face and the throat, and you could, when thinking about sex and about, we could ask people, how are you going kissing people? Because maybe after you've had a brain injury, you've lost some sensation in the face. Maybe it's kissing isn't as possible as it was before. So you could even take it that way. I guess even oral sex as well, thinking about that.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's not,
seriously.
you could, in theory, think about that. I'm not saying that I've talked that with clients before, but it could be a possibility as long as, it's all, as long as everyone's comfortable talking about that and it's done in the right way, of course. But the possibilities are out there. Yeah.
It's really fucking cool to hear about this and just know that there's people in completely different fields that are fighting the good fight. You just living your life, being a sex positive person and bringing a little sprinkle of that, the normalization of these topics into your work is honestly so huge and so healing and so refreshing. And I'm sure so many patients have been have massively benefited from that, That's fucking sick.
I kind of see myself on a bit of a personal mission to make sex more normalized. So even amongst my colleagues, whenever we have an opportunity to read journal articles together as a group and learn together, I'll always try and present something that's sex related or dating related, that kind of thing. So even but I would say I'm still introverted and shy about things. At the moment, what I'm wearing now, I felt a little bit shy walking down the street from the car to inside here, but so it's a mission. It's in progress, but it's fighting the good fight. We're all fighting the good fight, and that's what I'd say about your podcast is doing the same thing. Yeah, hopefully.
I 100% agree, and I feel kindred spirits. We're on the same mission. We're just out here fucking fighting the good fight, doing it in a unique way to us, with our own access points. And I just think if you're just still pushing your own edges and you're feeling a little bit edgy and uncomfortable wearing what you're wearing and you're just doing it, then I have mad respect for that. That's all I'm doing. That's how I got into this entire field.
I've always thought, for me, I had the most respect to people who do what they think's right when they know it's against, but they know that the majority of the population aren't on the same side.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say, about people who are whistleblowers, for example, people who really stand up for what they believe in, but they know that they're not going to have they're not going to have a lot of support behind them. Right. That's who I consider real heroes in our society, that kind of thing. So.
All right, amazing. Okay. Thank you so much for coming over. And just for my own, just to stroke my ego, you were saying earlier that you were already a listener of the podcast and you particularly appreciated what about it?
What was it? I really liked, the one that stuck out with me was the male circumcision episode, because I pretty much agreed with everything that guest had to say. And I've got pretty strong opinions on that. I don't need to go into my own because I guess anyone who's listening to this, go back and find that episode and listen to it.
We covered it.
It's already been covered in by an expert, but yeah, I was surprised. I didn't think anyone else felt the same way as me until I listened to that
No,
one.
yeah, a lot of people do.
Because I thought I was completely by myself, but no, that's not the case.
I kind of know of you through Instagram.
You're right.
Funny Dom.
That's me.
Fuck yeah. I'm all about a sense of humor, and I feel like sex is like best when there's like humor involved. Is there something along the lines of like your work that you would like to share or talk about, like if given the opportunity on a podcast?
I mean, I love that you have a pun and alliteration
Yes.
as the name. You've got like a daddy joke in your podcast title. We found the clit here on the couch already.
Yep.
Very easily, which I said is actually accurate because I think the clit is actually incredibly easy to find.
How easy to find.
I'm not geographically that skilled. I'm not a someone who knows left or right, south or north. I'm not that guy. But I'm telling you, the whole
It's
clit,
not that hard. It's really
it's
not that hard.
right? The whole
No.
clit is hard to find. Thing
Once
is
you know.
male propaganda
Yep.
that I have been aware of since I was like 19. Like, it's absolute
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
So that would be my first
It's
message.
weaponized incompetence. Oh, I can't find the clitoris. Oh, it's so hard and
Yeah,
mysterious.
what is wrong with you?
It's
How can you
like-
not find it?
Bro. Yeah, okay. Sweet. So, like, talk me. So, I don't know what your shtick is other than like a brief sort of perusal of your Instagram account, but you're the funny Dom. Like, is that a professional service that you offer? Is it a personal endeavor? Like, talk me through that.
It is a personal endeavor to be funny and be dominant because I am both of those things, I think. I don't think I can help it. They're both my identity. The professional part came after several years. I started doing it and it got popular and I built an audience and I started helping people one-on-one. So now I'm basically like a kink coach, one-on-one peer support person. But I'm here tonight just with my partner this is her first time at a kink event. So I'm a proud daddy. I'm a big proud daddy tonight. She's already been spanked, paddled, had a good perv in the play area, and had a really strong espresso martini as well. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Very strong.
I love espresso marts.
A lot of different.
Okay. So, yeah, it's a pretty overstimulating environment. This is your first play party.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
A little lost for words. A lot more people than I expected. It's actually massive
Yeah.
and very body positive.
Yeah.
Seen all shapes and forms. Everyone very confident,
It's so
very
good, eh?
comfortable in their skin.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, yes.
Beautiful.
Hell yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gorgeous. And we see the angels everywhere, feeling very safe.
Yeah. Aw.
Amazing. A lot of things I've never seen before
Like
to
what?
try. What are they called?
Which
The
one?
ones we tried.
Oh,
The little spanking.
the spanking benches and the cross. And actually, there was one that was for two bottoms to face. So on a stake with cuffs at the top and bottom so that the two subs would face each other while being impacted from the other side. So I like that. That's very fun. That's very communal.
I feel like that's such a rare opportunity for the subs to be engaging
Yes.
while they're experiencing a subspace. Like,
Yeah.
and that's a whole nother like dimension of, connection and arousal.
Empathy. There's an
Wow.
empathy level of subspace. When two subs are together, even if it's just visually, they bounce off each other and support each other. It is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Oh my God, I've got goosebumps. I hadn't thought
It's very
about that.
wholesome, really.
It's so hot because like usually, I mean, as far as I know, usually that wouldn't necessarily happen because there might just be like a duo or like a sub-dom dynamic.
Right.
Then to have the subs basically like experiencing that together. And then
Yeah.
I'm assuming the doms would also be in eye line of one another. and somewhat engaging.
Like a mutual sadism,
Yeah.
like a kind of, make a scream.
And like, how often do you come across? Because I guess when I think about like scenes being played out in a sub-dom dynamic, it's usually like a play partnership with two people.
Right.
Like, do you do like group stuff like this very often, or does that happen very often?
Not often enough.
Yeah.
Just because it's fun. It does happen. It is very common, but everything is exponential. So if you add one more, it's not just one more, it's times 3 everything. The boundaries, the consent, the planning.
Yeah, a lot to navigate.
So planning a scene for 2 is a big deal.
Yep.
But when it works, it's really beautiful.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Like the actual, I mean, it's similar how I feel about like poly dynamics. As soon as you add one more person in, it's not just the one person, it's like who are their partners and who they're interacting with and how do they interact with the other 2 people. And, you know, there's a lot of layers.
It's very complex.
Yeah.
And the hierarchy of not just the dynamic of 1, 2, 1, 2,
Yep.
1, 2, 3, it's a triangle.
Totally.
So there are either they are 1 and 1 equals, or one of them, if they're switchy or more alpha, one of them becomes top to the other bottom. So you have 1, 2, 3, in which case the bottom is getting topped by 2.
Whoa, true.
But both are being topped by 1 who's the lead dominant. And I've done both versions, and they're very different scenes. So there's no normal threesome in kink. Even a threesome is a vanilla thing. We make it kinky. We have hierarchy, we have triangles. You make it interesting. That whole being on the outside of a threesome, oh, I'm the one left out, that's vanilla. Don't let that happen. Use your hierarchy, use your dynamic so that no one is ever left out. Everyone always has a role and where they should be and what they should be doing. Right?
Holy shit.
And everything is done with consent.
Yeah.
If you didn't talk about it, that's just purely rape. Sorry.
Yeah.
And assault, right? So as long as it's spoken, it's talked about, we had a conversation discussing what's going to happen and the safe words and everyone's on board, then yes, that's proper kinky. I'm learning all about it.
Hasn't she learned so good?
So
proud.
So I know this is your first like play party, but are you quite new to the kink space as well?
Absolutely.
Really?
Very new.
Okay.
Extremely new.
Oh wow. And
Baby.
Yeah.
and so had you been curious prior?
Yes.
Hadn't had anyone to like sort of hold your hand and take you into that space?
That's correct.
True. Oh fuck, you found the right person.
Yeah. I'm recently separated for a few months now. I've been curious about all of these and, some of the stories you've been reading, but I have to try it to find out whether I like it or not.
Yeah.
And it's very good to have someone guiding me and be safe in the space and talk about things and make sure, nothing's kind of out of
Out of bounds.
unsafe. Yeah, out of bounds.
Yeah, because there's so much room for that to happen. And I hear horror stories all the time. And you would absolutely it would be like the bane of your existence, I'm sure. People just, trying their hand at kink without any scaffolding or proper ethics or understanding and kind of giving it a bad name as well. And having these,
We also need to give ourselves grace that everyone starts. And a lot of people start without knowing what they're doing or knowing what they're not doing. And in a few years, hopefully they become aware and better.
Yeah.
But if we immediately demonize that first few years, we're just attacking ourselves because we all did some version of that. I had frenzy for the first full year that I was firstly a dominant. So I was constantly trying to meet partners, having multiple scenes a week. Definitely reckless, not trying to be unsafe, but not aware that it was because I just wanted more. Because when you find what you are, you just want to jump. And I think everyone has a little bit of that. And if we meet ourselves with understanding, people will grow quicker because we're not hiding it and acting like we're not all the same. So someone I love who's here, Kitty Catastrophe, she says not just like rack, but also what's the other one next to rack is rash. You know, there's like rash, risk aware, safety.
Oh, yeah.
She says rash. It's risk aware, but shit happens.
Yeah.
It's like be as safe as you can, but you can never be 100% safe.
Yeah. And that's like such a beautiful, nuanced like awareness piece because we've all, like, and it's the same in so many different spaces, right? Sex in general, vanilla or no. We're all gonna have to go through that like beginner phase and like probably fuck up and learn the hard way and make mistakes. And yeah, that's really like refreshing to hear such a like even keeled, compassionate kind of standpoint on it. Yeah, because I mean, I feel similar like with when I sort of just blundered into the poly space in my early 20s.
Oh my God.
My partner and I were just like the blind leading the blind, just trying to do our best and fucking traumatizing each other. And it's like, we're best friends now and it's all fine. But yeah, we didn't know what we didn't know. And not everyone can, luck out like you did and find a professional to basically like open that door for you and like give you the ground rules straight up. And I tried some like pro doming at one point, realized it wasn't my thing, but when I was doing it, I was really open with the people that I was going to be exploring with and saying, hey, I don't really know what I'm doing, so please, like, let's have a chat. And they were always so generous with their, like, information and their shares, and it gave me such a great insight into what they needed from me and what I needed to develop. And I was like, like, that was my first, it was probably quite irresponsible and unethical of me to be trying out pro doming when I had, like, zero experience and I wasn't kinky at all. But I was like, this could be a fun way to make some money, And I was like 24 or something. And now I'm just like, oh my God. But like, I was really transparent with the people that I was going to be working with. And they were like so communicative. And you just don't fucking get that in vanilla monogamous spaces.
Absolutely.
And it's like, fuck.
Yeah, it's so refreshing.
Like, yeah, so that's really cool that you can be, such a pillar in this space while also being really understanding and compassionate for people that don't know what they don't know.
But if the caregivers can't give care to their past selves and to other people, then we're not going to be okay. Everyone can make a mistake. Even professionals for 20 years can make a mistake. And if we need to hide it and not talk about it and not be okay and forgive ourselves, that's not helping anyone.
No.
So I think that's the biggest thing right now in kink. Everyone's scared of doing the wrong thing. But that fear is what will make you do the wrong thing. So we need to get rid of that and be more compassionate and like actually equalize it because we're making things more dangerous.
Yeah, because, sometimes the wrong thing is just going to happen. But if you feel the need to then hide it or try to justify it or gaslight somebody else to protect yourself, then holy fuck, we're just compounding the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, epic. Oh my God.
Just talk about it.
Just talk about it.
The same way anything. Like, that didn't work. Why didn't it work?
Yeah.
No one thinks that we want to make a mistake. It's not malice.
Totally.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, so for you, what have you discovered about yourself in this like latest exploration of kink and subbing?
Yeah, I'm loving the subbing side at the moment. Just good to have someone else take control and not have to make a decision.
Yeah.
I make enough decisions in real life, and it's good to have someone to plan everything, and I just show up and be here and enjoy the moment.
Oh my God.
But I'm also curious into the other side of things, where you take a bit more charge and do a bit more planning. But I think baby steps. I'm currently happy in this
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
And if the opportunity comes, maybe I will try, but baby steps again.
So when you say try to contribute to the planning more, still as a sub? Okay, so as a sub, creating a scene and requesting a certain.
No,
Oh, you want to try
potentially
domming?
switch, yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And like in terms of the sub dom dynamic with creating a scene and planning it, how long does that usually take? And is it usually the dom that plans it so the sub can just like rock up and
Always.
always? What
Yeah.
what if a sub is like, I really want to experience this particular
The
type of-
planning,
Well, yeah, or if they want to
Oh,
experience a
what they
scene,
want in the scene.
can they just tell
Oh,
you and then you plan it?
Dom cannot plan a scene without talking to the sub
Yes.
about what the scene is,
Okay.
but talking about the scene and talking about brainstorming,
Okay.
the creativity,
Yeah.
that's
both
the
of
first
you.
thing.
And then you plan.
Planning is the next thing. Planning is logistics. Planning
Yep.
is when, how long for, what's next, how to begin, how to start.
Yep.
That's all the stuff the sub does not usually want to do or shouldn't have
yeah.
to do.
Sick.
That's
Think about.
Fuck that.
that's what a dominant needs to do.
Right.
That's the thing. Like we would not be comfortable not doing that.
Yeah.
Which is how I explain when many submissive partners said, "Are you okay doing that? Is that stressful or should I help?" I'm like, understand.
Yep.
I need to do this. This is what makes me comfortable. So you need to do what makes you comfortable. This is why the yin yang works. Like,
And it's another level of the sub dom dynamic because do you normally play with like women?
yeah, women
Yeah.
only. Unfortunately, as queer as I try to be, and I have spanked a man,
Totally.
I'm still heterosexual.
I know, same,
hasn't
so
changed.
boring. But like I was going to say, in that case, you would be up against a fuckload of conditioning and socialization from women that they need to take care of things, they need to be
Oh,
planning,
yes.
they need to be doing, more. And so them asking you, are you okay is that not adding more stress to your
Yes.
plate? That's our conditioning.
100%.
So like another layer of the sub dom dynamic is being like, babes, I fucking got it. You don't have to do a thing.
I
Like,
find it actually it switches quite easily because the need to let all that go is so great that the second I say, here's how it's going to happen, usually it's like, okay, good, thank you. Like it turns into gratitude very easily. The question only usually comes up after some time when they keep seeing you doing that effort and they start thinking, is this
Yeah.
guilty?
yeah.
Should I be doing more? And then you have to
Yeah.
remind them like, no,
We need
this
like
is
constant reassurance.
this is why it works.
Yeah.
This is why it works.
Yeah.
So I love the planning, and the planning should be done on paper with pen, actual real plan that you can show the sub and that you keep for yourself. I've got plans from like 5 or 6 years ago
Oh my God.
written down on paper.
Do you ever show anyone those?
No one's ever
outside
seen
of-
them except me.
You could almost
The
make like
partner
a.
sees them before,
Yep.
especially if they're new.
Yep.
But eventually, even they don't see plans for them. It's for me. It's for my own dominant practice.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know this is just like the business minded bitch in me, but I'm kind of like, oh my God, you could make a book out of that. You could sell templates.
Yeah.
You could put them on your website. You could put them in the Labia Lounge Facebook group as a sample for people to check out.
Maybe in another 10
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. But right now it's more of a personal
It's very personal.
sort of collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because it's like a diary
Yeah.
or and this is wrong, but it's the closest thing to like a serial killer's diary
yeah.
that a kinky non-serial killer could have.
Yep.
Because it's your pure inner thoughts and like machinations. Like I'll write things like, this is where she'll scream.
Yep.
This is where I'll say, shut up and take it. Like it's very specific sometimes.
Wow.
And I'm saying that to myself because that is what I want. And I
Yeah.
can look back and go, that is where she screamed. Or
Yeah.
no, she screamed later at this point. Why is that? Oh, she likes that more. Like it's a learning tool and studying.
Yeah, it's a logbook that you can learn about that person through.
It's like the submissive is the beautiful butterfly pinned to the board. You're constantly looking at the wings and like trying to study how do they work, what kind of genus is this? You know, like they're the thing that you're studying. So any tool you can use, you should use. And if you don't use a pen and paper, well, you know, it's not that hard. Also, it's souvenirs. You get to look back and go, oh my God, June 2022. Apparently I tied someone up and spat on them for an hour. I don't remember that. And then you think and go, oh, I do remember that. Oh my God. And then you remember that person, you message them and go, how are you going? It's been years. Remember when I spat on you for an hour? Like, it's very wholesome, really.
I love that. It is like a diary, and like you can reflect on it and yeah, like revisit memories and then connect with that person again and touch base. Like that's beautiful. That's fucking
Very
sick.
lovely.
I actually,
V's first scene is in my book. So that's her first formal scene ever. So
We did talk about it, the elements. Like he asked me what would you like in your first scene. I definitely want some massages involved.
Yeah.
I wanted to try some impact play, little spanking.
yeah,
Not sure where I sit on it and not sure what I do like and not like.
yeah.
But that's all talked about before we planned the scene. So everything is done with very clear communication, consent, and then one step further goes ahead and plan out the full scene, which I didn't have to worry about. Just amazing. And I had some homework from that afterwards. He made me write a whole reflection afterwards, what I liked, what I didn't like, what my point of view was. Daddy also did the same thing.
well, you made me do the same thing. She asked me to do the same thing in return. So I said, okay, I don't normally do that, but okay. And then we read each other's. I read yours while we're together,
We're together.
which is very wholesome, but also a kind of humiliation play because she was so embarrassed at how she said all these sweet, beautiful things, and I was reading them out loud, going, "Really? Oh, okay, you liked that." And she was trying to run away.
Oh my God. So
very
even the aftercare unpacking reflection turned into a little bit of a dynamic where you
Yes.
were like doming her in the humiliation and then
Yeah,
holy fuck, this shit is so like layered.
yeah.
I wish I'm actually so Devo that I'm not kinky at all. It's honestly like I feel like I'm the most open-minded and like well-read vanilla person about this stuff because I talk to people about it all the time and it's like I fully get why you're into it and I wish I could be. Maybe I just haven't cracked the code yet, but like that's so fucking cool. I haven't actually like gone deep. I'd love to get you on as we talked about and like go a bit deeper when we've got more time because even just hearing about like having basically a portfolio of like plans and scenes.
There's a sketch
I didn't know about that shit.
years ago I've got in there before I had my book of a table that I put lights around the outside, LED lights that were color remote controlled, and each color meant a different kind of play. So the sub was strapped to the table, and when the color would change, the play would change. And that's what I said when I found it, because it was from years ago, and I completely forgot about it. And I made that up.
That's so
Out of my-
creative.
It's such a good idea.
Yeah,
And I've never done that again.
You've
That was just a
gamified it.
one-off thing.
that's sick.
But if I'd
That's so
lost
cool.
that and didn't have my book, I would,
Yeah.
maybe
my
I'd never
God.
remember.
I really want to fucking see some of these plans. No one's ever
So
talked
you
about.
never see them. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, but it's cool knowing they exist because, like, no one's really spoken about that element of it before.
Scene
I
planning.
hear about planning scenes, but I didn't
Yeah.
like. No one's ever talked about writing it down and having little sketches and sort of.
That's what scene planning is to me.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh, epic. Oh my God, guys. All right, well, I'm getting a cramp in my legs right now, so I might wrap this up. But let's do more chats if you want
Absolutely.
to. Do a proper
Let's
episode.
do a proper one without the doof doof.
Yeah, oh my God.
Without the
I'll
top.
bring a speaker and just play this exact tune really loudly and be like, right, this is good.
That's a vibe.
Thanks, guys.
That's all right.
very much.
Thank you.
Hey, baby babes. Sorry to interrupt. I just had to pop my head into the lounge here and mention another virtual lounge that I'd love you to get around. It's the Labia Lounge Facebook group that I've created for listeners of the potty to mingle in. There you'll find extra bits and bobs like freebies, behind the scenes, or discounts for offerings from guests who have been interviewed on the podcast. There'll also be, hopefully, inspiring, thought-provoking conversations and support from a community of labial legends like yourself. My vision for this is that it becomes a really supportive, educational, and hilarious resource for you to have more access to me and a safe space to ask questions you can't ask anywhere else. So head over to the links in the show notes or look up the Labia Lounge group in Facebook, and I'll see you in there. And now, back to the episode.
I have been trying to get an asexual expert on the podcast for ages. I had someone locked in, they bailed, but I have done an episode on asexuality with a friend who is asexual, and we talked all about it and unpacked it. But what made you like approach and come up to have a chat?
Okay. I just felt like this was a safe space and an opportunity to chat openly as well. So I just thought I'd come and sit down and have a go.
I love that. I'm
Yes.
so glad you did. Welcome to the Labia Lounge.
Thank you.
So, obvious question. You're at a sex party
Yes.
and you're feeling as though you suspect you might be asexual.
Yes.
When is this thought started to percolate? Like, talk me through it. Where are you at?
I am in a long-term relationship, 20 years this year.
What? Babe,
Yeah.
you look like you're 20. Are you fucking me? Like, what? How
No,
old are you?
Thank you. I'm 37.
Oh, my
Yes.
God. Okay.
Yeah. Soon to be 38, like
Okay.
literally next week.
So you've been together since you were teenagers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I met him when I was 18.
And is he into this scene? Is
Yes.
that why you're here?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So this second time we've been at Virtue and Vice, but we've been to multiple other lifestyle parties. And I don't know, I just feel like I like coming to these events because I feel like it's a safe environment to play, safe environment to dance without feeling pressure. I love to watch, so I feel like I'm quite a voyeur. And I feel like in a normal club environment, you get touched a lot without consent.
Yeah.
So that's why I like coming to these events. Yes.
Okay. Well, that is firstly really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like that you've found, because when I first came to like my first one of these, and I'm like, for context, I'm pretty vanilla. Like, I'm assuming you just saw the sign and you walked in. You don't know anything about the podcast.
I don't know anything about the podcast.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so I've done a few of these parties. The first episode I did about it was a friend of mine runs the King space here, and he said, "Oh, would you want to set up the Labia Lounge?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, maybe. Like, I've never been to something like that." So I came to one to just see what it was like, and I came on my own.
Yeah.
And I'm not kinky. I'm pretty vanilla,
Yes.
but I am a sex coach, so I'm pretty open-minded.
Yeah.
Like, it's not totally terrifying to me.
Yes.
But it was still like a really new, vulnerable experience.
Yeah, for sure.
And the thing that I spoke about in reflecting upon that experience in that first episode I did was like, it's so refreshing to be in a social space with music, a bar, dancing, mingling. And then there's also this like body positivity, sex positivity,
Yes.
clear communication,
Yes.
consent culture.
Yes.
It's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yes.
It's so nice.
So refreshing.
It's so refreshing. And
Yeah.
I'm not kinky myself. There's no part of me that wants to like jump into an orgy in the play space.
Yes.
But I do really appreciate being in spaces like this.
Yes. Yes.
So talk to me a little bit about like when you discovered that you might be asexual. Have you spoken to your partner about it?
Lots of conversations about potentially being asexual, because I feel very comfortable having sex with him. But the idea of having sex with someone else scares the shit out of me.
Have you had sex with anyone else before him? Okay. Because you were together.
Before him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not pleasant.
Not a lot. I probably had sex with 3 other people before being with him.
Yeah.
And after him, no one.
Yeah.
Whereas as soon as I had kids with him, I was like, I'm blood tied to you. You
Yeah.
can go out and do whatever you want. And he was like, well, I have a higher libido than you and I have needs. So we came to an agreement that he would see masseuses and have happy endings. And he's been doing that for the last 13 years. My oldest is 13. And that I've been okay with. And then I started reading fan fiction. And then I was like, I really want to explore this. I want to go to exclusive sexual parties where everyone is sex positive and everyone is consent minded and everyone is showing off their bodies. And as a mum of 2, I wanted to feel sexual again after being in a relationship since I was 18. And this allows me to feel admired from a distance, but I feel like I really need to form a trust, respect, connection with someone before I even contemplate sex with someone. And that's hard in my age. So I feel like a part of me is actually asexual because of that. I feel like I feel only safe and loyal to him because I trust and know him. And I feel like I'm petrified to try and get to know and trust someone else to allow that to happen.
So tell me, when you have sex with him and you have intimacy, affection, you connect, do you enjoy that? Can you feel aroused, turned on?
Thoroughly. Yes.
Babe, you're not asexual. It's so normal and okay to not like feel like engaging in some like sexuality with somebody else.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not, obviously not here to diagnose you.
Yes.
And your experience is so nuanced and so contextual.
Yes.
But I think like it's okay to just be monogamous in terms of your sexuality with someone. If you need emotional connection and safety, that's really normal.
Okay.
And really beautiful.
Yes.
And if he's not like, if he doesn't need that, that's okay as well. It's like both of you just have slightly different sexual blueprints. Like there's, you know, I don't, you know, swear by all these different frameworks, but I find them very helpful. And there's one framework called the sexual blueprints. And some people have a kinky blueprint. Some people have a very sexual blueprint.
Yes.
Some people have a sensual blueprint.
Yes.
Some are like, you know, very, really need intellectual and emotional connection.
Yes.
There's like all sorts of things that turn people on and make them feel like they can tap into their sexual essence.
Yes.
And it sounds like, similarly to me, you need emotional safety and trust and a deep connection with someone to tap into your sexual nature.
Yes.
And with him, it works and you can get into that zone.
Yes.
But then the thought of someone new, somebody else, that
Especially
being
because
really
I've been
daunting.
with him since I'm 18.
Since you were literally a
A
child.
baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like so normal that would feel really daunting
Yes.
and scary. even
Yes.
To
Yes.
be with a stranger, basically.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you may be asexual, but I don't think that makes you asexual.
Okay.
I think that just means that you value deep connection and trust and safety.
Yes.
And that's like very, very normal and common.
Would you say that's more pansexual?
Or like demisexual, like it's like
Okay.
you value the intellectual connection, the
Yes.
emotional connection.
Yes.
You know, I think like if you, especially when you start to like frequent spaces like this, that are like really, poly and kinky and really diverse and very sexual.
Yes.
You might start feeling like, oh God, maybe I'm asexual because like none of that appeals to me.
Yes.
But actually, like if you're really enjoying sexually connecting with your partner,
Yes. Okay.
then you're a sexual being.
Okay.
You just really value safety and trust.
Okay.
And
So-
you need an emotional and intellectual connection
Yes.
for your arousal to kick in and for your sexual essence to come
Yes.
to the fore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's like okay. That's so normal.
So asexual means like not interested in sexual connection whatsoever.
Pretty much.
Okay.
There's asexuality, there's aromanticism.
Yes.
Sometimes one person can be one but not the other. Sometimes they're both and they intersect. There's also different ways that they can like experience that. Like an asexual person might still enjoy masturbating but not want to have sex with somebody else. So it's like a real spectrum, and there's like a very diverse array of how people experience that. And I'm not a total expert on asexuality myself, but I've spoken to a lot of people that are, and I don't think that you are. I used to feel like I was asexual. And that's kind of how I got into this work because I hated sex. I found it all terrifying. I didn't enjoy it. Was like all very like riddled with shame and insecurity and fear. And I just thought, this isn't for me.
Yes.
I could happily never have sex again.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, maybe I'm asexual.
Yeah.
But actually, I was just having terrible sex with people that I wasn't super safe with and didn't trust deeply. And I was so riddled with shame and self-consciousness about my body, and I was so deeply conditioned to feel super sex negative that I got my wires crossed and I thought I was asexual. But then I did a lot of healing and I did a lot of exploring and realized that actually I can really enjoy sex and I love sex, but not casual sex and not kinky sex. It's like, it's for me personally, it's got to be with someone that I love and I am emotionally connected with and I have intimacy with on multiple levels.
Yes.
Sense of humor, intellectual, conversational.
Yeah.
Can I rely on them?
Yes.
Things like that. And so, there's so many different expressions of like sexuality. And as we age and evolve, we might experience different chapters.
Yes.
You like entered motherhood.
Yeah.
There's like all of this stuff that's like contributing to how you feel in terms of your sexual expression.
Yes.
And I don't blame you for like I walk around here and like none of that appeals to me. I'm not like I'm interested in terms of like it's fascinating and it's really cool and it's refreshing and I'm like, you fucking go, like you go get it.
Yes.
But like I don't want to do it.
Yes.
But I do want to go back home to a comfortable bed and a beloved partner and make love.
Yes.
Yes. And like that doesn't mean I'm asexual. It just means I'm not kinky and I don't like certain things.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like it's so cool to chat with you and hear about how, your sort of rationale was like, okay, you've got a higher need for sexual intimacy than I do right now.
Yes.
I'm doing my thing. I'm being a mum. If you want to, like, I feel like it's really progressive.
Yeah.
You've like found some cool creative solutions.
Yes.
Because you love him, right?
Yeah, I
and you
do.
want to
I
do
really
life
do.
together.
Yes.
And you got to be parents together.
Yes. Yeah.
And then also, he's a sexual being in a slightly different way
Yes.
to how you're a sexual being.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
if that works for both of you, like that's fucking cool.
Yes. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think this is a good balance for the two of us. I think we both enjoy watching, but he's also very respectful of my needs and how comfortable I am. And he said that time and time again, that if you're uncomfortable, then we put a stop to it all.
I love him.
So
That's great.
that is, rare,
Yeah.
respectful, and considerate. So I'm grateful. But yes, I'm still willing to go to sort of these sort of parties because it fulfills the ability for me to dance and feel sexy after being a mum of two as well. I feel admired after being a mum as well. So that's really important to me, and it gives me a boost of self-confidence. So, yeah, it's lovely. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with this. I love you. I love this is so awesome.
Thank you.
Honestly. And like, yes, it's super rare that you would find a man who is that considerate and empathetic and intentional.
Yes.
And so love him for that.
Yeah.
But also like, what a fucking catch you are. Because like you're literally being so cool and chill about this whole thing. And you're like, look, I'm not going to be able to satisfy every single one of your sexual needs. And so you
100%.
fucking go do it. And I'm going to come along to these things. You know,
Open-minded.
you're open to try stuff. You're like ready to just give things a go.
Yes.
And, you know, you're able to navigate a lot more with a partner in the interest of like shared pleasure and desire and needs being met and sort of empathetic, compassionate, like loving connection.
Yeah.
Like recognizing that we do have different needs sometimes. And if you're choosing one partner for the rest of your life to do life together and co-parent, sometimes that may require a divergence of needs and then an accommodation.
Yes.
And like that is no easy feat.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are very, very deeply insecure and jealous and just can't deal.
Yes.
Like, and I tried that. I don't want to be E&M. I want to be monogamous, you know?
Yes.
But I really appreciate and admire people like yourself that can just be real about this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could get to that point. I fucking tried for years.
Yes.
But I think it's like really, really special when, you know, the two of you are both meeting in the middle.
Yes.
Like you're being accommodating and understanding and loving him for who he is, and he's doing the same, and he's doing it in a respectful, intentional way. He's not taking the piss.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. And I feel like occasionally I did get a bit jealous when
Normal.
Yeah. When he said specifically that he was falling in love with people that he was rock climbing with.
Whoa.
And I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this because that feels like it's crossing a boundary, you know? And we had that conversation and he said, okay, maybe love for me means a very different thing to you because I just fell in love with the bartender for making eye contact with me. And I was like, oh, okay. So it just piqued your interest more so than a normal person. And it just made you a bit more excited than a normal person. But we had that conversation and it made us really understand that specific terms really matter.
Yeah.
And for him making a connection with someone was him saying, I love them. But actually it was just him making good friends with someone.
Yeah. Okay.
And falling a little bit in love with them. But it didn't really mean I'm going to leave you for someone else.
Yeah.
Which needed specific articulation. Whereas for me, if I said I'm falling in love with someone, it meant I am
capital L love.
Head over heels for them. And I am contemplating whether or not this relationship should continue. So that was really important for us to have that conversation and then realize, oh, okay, he needs to be careful with his wording and I need to make it really clear where the boundary is. And then that really helped us move forward, I feel. And especially in a play space like this where I say to him, just follow my lead because what I feel comfortable with is what I will then make a move on. And then that'll allow you to understand that, oh, okay, she's comfortable, therefore it's okay to be going into this space.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it can't be grey for him. It needs to be completely black and white, is what he said to me. So at that point, it made it really clear for both of us where it all stands. So, yeah.
Oh my God. It's so cool to hear about like how different couples navigate this kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean, the word love like means different things to different people and in different contexts and tones it can land differently. But that would absolutely threaten the fuck out of me if like a partner said that.
Yes.
Because I don't use that term lightly.
Yes.
But yeah, it's cool to like, it's almost like you need a different term for what the two of you share in terms of like deep love and commitment and like, you know, life bonding almost or something, you know?
Yes.
Because what I feel like he must be describing when he says, oh, I totally fell in love with that bartender, is just like a bit of lust, a bit of infatuation maybe.
Absolutely.
You know?
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But he said a word that meant so different to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and awesome that you guys could just like talk through that and like realize where your wires were being crossed and where you guys weren't meeting in the middle. Like that's such a skill that a lot of couples don't have.
Yes.
So, all right, before we wrap up and I let you get back to it, tell me like when you're in this space together, like where is he right now? Do you guys engage with other people? Does he sexually engage with other people? Do you watch or do you just like go do your own thing? Like what are the boundaries in this space?
So in this space, exclusively, I've said that we are playing together and no one else, unless I feel okay enough to play with someone else. And then that gives you the permission to go ahead and play with someone else.
Yeah.
But until that point, exclusively, don't play with anyone else. It's just me and you.
Okay. And have you ever decided that you do want to play with someone else in being it? No. But do you guys wind up playing together in this environment and do you enjoy that?
Yes.
What about it do you enjoy? Like, is it knowing you're maybe being watched? Is it getting turned on by being a voyeur and then going and sharing that with him?
Yes. So definitely I enjoy being a voyeur. And then I also enjoy explicitly being with him and showing him off and showing myself off and like we're out of bounds sort of.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You're that couple.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
It's cool to be in your own little bubble together exclusively and just let people have a glimpse of that.
Yes.
And get to like vicariously infuse themselves with what the two of you share.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. I love it. I fucking love it. I'm so glad you came and sat down.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Excuse this quick interruption. I'm shamelessly seeking reviews and 5-star ratings for the potty because, as I'm sure you've noticed by now, it's pretty fab, and the more people who get to hear it, the more people I can help with it. Reviews and ratings actually do make a big difference to this little independent podcaster, and it's really easy to just quickly show your support by taking that simple act of either leaving 5 stars for the show on Spotify or even better, writing a written review and leaving 5 stars over on Apple Podcasts. Or if you're a real overachiever, you can do them both. That would be mad. If you're writing a review, though, just be sure to use G-rated words because despite the fact that this is a podcast about sexuality, words like sex can be censored and your review won't make it through the gates. Lame. Anyway, I would personally recommend doing that right now while you remember just to get on top of it and let me know you're with me on this journey. Thanks, gang. Enjoy the rest of the epi.
If something jumps out and you want to chat about it, lay it on me. Otherwise, feel free to just like grab a question out of there and answer it. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because my friend who I'd met here tonight was one of the people that inspired me to come out. Actually, my attraction to her and my time in Japan brought this version of myself into being. So coming across her years later in this exact space is so crazy.
Oh my God,
and surreal. And I work in this industry. I work at one of the Club X stores. So like I'm always around this environment. But yeah, it was mind blowing actually to have that full circle of like a life changing moment. That person has triggered something, and then to be here fully realized, seeing her.
Oh my God, what the fuck? Okay, so
crazy.
were you like, did you discover that you were attracted to women because of her? Is that what I'm getting?
I think she was one of the people who kicked me into gear to thinking, oh, I'm actually like gay.
Yeah.
Like this is actually something that is like true to my being and looks my attraction. It was so surreal. Like I'm actually kind of flabbergasted. I'm like trying to register it right now.
Oh my God.
And I saw her walking towards me from across the room and I was like,
oh my God.
what is happening?
And you haven't seen her since like Japan?
I haven't seen her
like
for
3
like
years
2,
ago.
3 years, yeah.
And that was like the time you were spending together over there helped you realize you were gay.
Yeah.
And did you guys hook up?
No, we never hooked up.
Oh my God, but
It was-
your attraction just sort of kicked things into gear.
We became really close really quickly. The story goes actually, she was in a gutter, like laying down. It was New Year's Eve, and I was walking out of this like club, and I saw her there, and she was blackout drunk, and no one else was picking her up. It was snowing. It was like minus 10 degrees, and poor baby was in the gutter, and I was like, oh my God, like someone needs to help her. And so a bunch of my friends and I took her back to the hostel, took care of her. And the next morning I wrote her a note and I was like, please, like, add me on Instagram. Let's be friends. This, like, community is so small but so sweet. Like, I want you in my life. She was so precious. And then everyone was, like, dating in the community. She'd met someone. That was awesome. I'd just broken up with a partner. So it wasn't that vibe. But it was just, I was so in awe of her. And so it was like an angel that just appeared. And I was like, wow, I love women. I love women so much. I'm so glad that I can be here for women.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Have you told her this?
I haven't had a full conversation with her about it because I didn't feel like it was necessary at the time.
Yeah.
It was like, I just wanted to treasure that friendship.
Yeah.
But
now?
but now that we're here, it's just like, wow, like, yeah, I was so attracted to, and I thought about her all the time. Like I told my friends, like, oh wow, I'm really attracted to this person. Like, look at her. So crazy.
Is she like the first woman in person that you felt that attraction to, that you wanted to act on, or like did you have inklings before that?
I had inklings before that, but I hadn't had like a romantic
Connection.
draw. Yeah. And I couldn't really tell if it was romantic or if it was just that like feminine like connection that I'd always had. And that was something that I really struggled to differentiate growing up. I felt like with women, I felt so at home and it was easy. And with men, it was like a learned thing to be attracted to them. And so when I felt that way about her, I was like, oh, it's just like a friend thing. Like, it's not that deep. And then reflecting on that after I've come out, I'm like, oh my God. Like, that was a full experience. And so it's
Oh my God.
incredible, yeah.
And do you know if she's queer?
I can't remember because there were so many like drunk nights. I think we talked about maybe bisexuality or something. But it's one of those things that you never want to approach someone and unless they bring up the conversation sometimes, in case it's an uncomfortable thing. But she's always been so warm and open. So I'm sure it'd be a conversation we'd have at some point. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the countdown's on because this episode is going to go live and she's going to hear it anyway.
Yeah,
so maybe you should just like chat to her tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I think I should.
I'm obsessed with this.
Thank you.
I love this so much. Oh my fucking God. Well, because do you know how I know her is like, well, I don't, but I set up the Labia Lounge for the first time ever at a festival.
Yeah.
And I think if memory serves me, she must have seen me there or come and chat. Her friend chatted to me there in this exact environment on this couch. The first time I built this couch and took it to a festival.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously then I just went on with my life, kind of forgot about it. And then recently I was just like parking my van at a cafe to meet up with a friend who is also at this party helping me out.
Yeah.
And as I was like just jumping out of the van, this like smiley beam of sunshine
Radiant
walking
angel.
across. Yeah, walking across the road, like smiling at me, like approaching, and I was like, I actually don't know this person, but she's seeming like she knows me, and she's walking towards me, and I was like, hey. And she'd seen like I've got Labia Lounge branding on my van.
Yeah.
And she'd seen the van and she was like, oh, hey, like I saw you at this festival. I think my friend chatted to you, blah, blah, blah. And we got talking and I can't even remember, but I must have like mentioned this party, and then she was like, oh, yeah, I'll come along, and now this is now. Like,
Wow.
that's how I know her.
It's so surreal.
Yeah.
It's so surreal.
And I love this for both of you. Like, so hard.
It's so hot.
Oh my God, it's so hot. Should we like stop recording so that you can go and fucking...
I mean, yeah. Well, it's also, I've just started seeing someone recently as well. Like, it's like just
are they
tonight.
here?
They're here, and
Okay.
she's beautiful and she's lovely. And yeah, it was interesting. I didn't even like think that was going to be an option, but it's open. I can definitely have a conversation with her and just let her know that that's something that I've experienced and that she opened that up for me.
Totally. Yeah, nothing needs to happen. That's just such a beautiful thing for her to hear.
Yeah, and I think she'd be so appreciative of that as
She
well.
totally would. Like, that's fucking huge and beautiful and like, I love
She
this.
literally like nursed me through my breakup. I was with my partner for 3 years and I'd broken up with him over there a month into moving into Japan. I was dirt broke. Like I had $800 on me for the 6 months that I was going to be living there. She fell out of the sky, Angel, and I just made this community of women who like looked out for me. Like when she was sick, like I remember like we made soup one night and just hung out together and like talked about all this stuff, and it's nice. It's a reminder. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah. Thank you. This is such a blessing. Like,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well,
and what you're doing is awesome. I'm so glad I could be a part of it. I'm so happy I was here. Yeah. I've always wanted to be on a podcast, so this is
oh my God.
So, we are now recording. We're back at my house. Yeah. We've clocked it. We've done the sex party. You've absolutely fucking knocked it out of the park. I was literally just like interviewing people on the couch. I surface for a second, hit the D floor, find you, and you're like, babe, I've had a time. I've been up to some stuff. Each time I touched base with you, like there was a new development. So like, where do you want to start? How is it? Okay, so you will remain anonymous, but you are my homegirl, my main assistant, my right hand woman tonight, which I super appreciate. And also, you know, I always like my assistants, my team, to be able to like actually just enjoy themselves and like suss out the party.
Cool.
And you certainly did.
I definitely sussed it out. I had a solid sniff.
You gave it a nudge.
I gave it a nudge.
Go on, tell me.
Okay, all right. Where to start?
This was like your first sex party too, hey?
This was my first sex party in Australia. I've been to sex parties before in Berlin.
AKA the club.
AKA the club. First sex party here. Came in super open-minded, didn't know what to expect. I guess the night kicked off with, what can his name be? Jackson.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yes, and then Jackson, I was handing out cards.
Labia Lounge cards.
I was handing out Labia Lounge cards, and that was such an awesome way to meet people and approach people. And yeah, I met Jackson, who was this big, strong, queer man. I instantly just assumed he was queer. He was wearing these like tiny booty shorts and just so comfortable in his skin, in his energy, so flamboyant, so out there, quite outrageous, that I just assumed that he was queer. And he was like giving me so much attention and tried to kiss me at one point. I was so confused. And
because you thought he was gay.
I thought he was gay. And he put one of the cards on his mouth and went to go and kiss me and then removed the card last minute. And
Wow,
it was
suave.
Like,
That's
it
suave.
was like old school move. Such an old school move, and I was so
totally.
there. I was so there for it.
I'm here
I
for
was
that.
like, fuck yeah.
Do you know what the card had written on it?
No.
Oh, I didn't read it before you gave it to him. So just
No,
for
I didn't.
just for context, I had we'd handwritten a bunch of cards with the Labia Lounge sticker on one side and a party challenge on the other side to give to people on the dance floor or around the event to find somebody that they don't know and ask them this question or give them this prompt or there was all different stuff on there. Straight off the dome, did it in the beer garden right before the event, and you were disseminating them across the event to people.
Yes. And actually there were times where I was reading them with the person. But this specific moment, I didn't read it. I just gave him the card.
Did people respond well, by the way? Haven't even gotten a
Yes.
chance to ask you.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Do you think people were doing the challenges and going and
I would like to say yes. But also now that I've come out of it on the other end, I'm I don't know, it's such a vortex.
It is.
And it's just whatever happens, happens. You know, if people do the challenge, they do the challenge. If they don't,
yeah, they probably just got sidetracked by an orgy.
Sidetracked by a fucking a sex room.
Yeah, it's a pretty hectic space to be in.
It's a hectic
There's
space.
a lot going on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So anyway, you had a pash.
We had a pash, and then that was it. Yada yada yada. I found him later, and he was super open, super just picked me up a lot, dancing. He was very big and tall and strong, and just was throwing me around any second he could. We were making out. It was super sexy, and then he disclosed to me that his wife is there, and I was like, okay, and instantly felt myself close up. And was like, oh, okay, that's a bit of an edge. That's actually a huge edge for me. And I was like, okay, that's his wife. His wife is right there. She's watching us. Okay.
Well,
what's the dynamic here? And we're just at the bar at a table. He's got me on top of his lap. I'm kind of grinding on him. His wife is there. And he's making kind of... he's implying that he wants to have an orgy and there's another couple there that are married and that I'm going to be the unicorn of this.
For these two couples.
For these two couples.
That know each other.
That know each other, yeah. They all came there together. They were really good friends. They're both married.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's intense. I don't know how I feel about this. I was like, what's the deal with you and your wife? And he's like, hey, we've been together for 22 years, but the last 5 to 6 years we've not been together and we're just friends. And I was like, okay, all right, cool. That's a bit more digestible because I'm on top of him right now, straddling his dick and his wife's watching us. So I'm just like, okay, it's good to know the dynamic. And then the woman of the other couple comes up to me and she's touching me from behind and grinding on me and just giving me lots of compliments, and then we start making out. And so then I'm on top of Jackson grinding on him, and his friend's wife is behind me and we're getting it on just inside the bar. And anyway, basically we go to the dance floor, we're all dancing on each other, and I dropped in with his wife. And is this too much information?
I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I dropped in with his wife and was like, how do you feel? What's going on for you right now? How do you feel about me hooking up with your husband? And she was like, I'm so here for this. We haven't been intimate in years and years and years. He's actually just my friend. We've got kids together, but we're just mates.
It's kosher. Go for it.
It's so fine.
Cool.
Go
Great.
for it. And I was like, okay.
I love that you had a moment with her.
I had to. I absolutely had to. Yeah. I could not be in integrity kissing this man who I was so into and so drawn to and so sexually attracted to this man. But the fact that his wife was just lingering in the background, I had to have a clearing with her and just be like, what is the dynamic here? Is this okay? Mm-hmm. And as soon as we had that chat and she was like, go for it.
Yep.
I was like, how do you feel about the whole fivesome thing? And she was like, yeah, I'm probably not down for that. And I was like, okay, cool. Good to know. you know, Jackson's just in his, I don't know,
He was just
fantasy
feeling it.
land.
He was feeling it. He was
And
he was angling for it.
He was just angling for it. He just wanted it. And then the other couple, I checked in with them and I was like, how are you guys feeling? Like, I just felt like this fifth wheel that has just entered into this dynamic of two married couples. And it was so hot and sexy at the start where it was full of fire and life. And then as the night progressed, it was kind of just like, well, like, what am I actually doing here? You know, I've just got like the wife staring at me and like the other couple are kind of like, who the fuck's this bitch? Not really, but
They seem pretty welcoming, but
they
of
were very
course,
welcoming, but just
you know, you
inside
don't
my
have a
own
lot of
head,
context. Yeah,
I was just like, oh, what? Am I just like fully overstepping everyone's boundaries right now? And so I had to check in with the other couple and I was like, how are you, like, what's going on here? How are you guys feeling? And they were just so there for it. The woman was very much there for it. So it was kind of teeing up as like a threesome with me and the wife and Jackson. And then the male of that couple, the husband of that couple, was then going to hook up with Jackson's wife.
right. Okay.
So they were going to pair up, and then it was like us three were going to pair
okay,
up.
cool.
And that was the dynamic. And everyone knew about this. It was a conversation we all had together, and it was all very safe. And it was like, okay, cool. That's how it's going to go down. But then, anyway, things happened and whatever. I separated from the group, came back to Labia Lounge, came to check in, just be like, I'm also at work, so like, what's going on here? And anyway, you were deep in chats, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I've got time for a threesome.
Yeah, I was like, I might go back out there then. Went back out there. I went and found Jackson. He was there. His wife had gone home. His friends had gone off and done their thing, the other couple. And we were on the dance floor dancing, and he picked me up and was straddling and was sitting on the chair, making out. It was super hot, super sexy, grinding on each other. And it just got to a point where I was like, can we just go play now? Like, at what point are we going to go and take this further? And so I grabbed him by the collar. He was wearing this chain collar with a leash. I just grabbed his leash and just yanked him over my shoulder and just dragged him into a playroom.
Oh my God.
And
I love this for you.
Yeah. And
Get yours, girl.
I don't know how much I want to share right now.
No, tell me everything.
Everything?
Yes.
Actually?
Absolutely. Are you fucking kidding me?
It got wild.
Tell me everything.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I grab him by the collar and the leash, drag him into this playroom, like slam him down onto this bed and just jump on top of him, and we're just grinding and making out. That was super hot for a moment. And then I sit up. Or he stands up, I sit up and pull down his pants and start sucking his dick.
Nice.
Yeah. And he's like grabbing me from behind, grabbing my hair, got me in like a bit of a choke. I'm like fully going down on him. It was so hot. He's like moaning, and we're just like creating a bit of a scene, actually.
Oh, people are watching.
People are starting to watch. Yeah, people are gathering around. They're starting to watch. And then after a bit of time of that,
Sorry. I'm just loving this so much, and I just had this thought that like your brother might listen to this. Nah, he won't. I'll tell him not to.
okay, no. I don't know how much I can share.
Nah, I'll just tell him not to listen.
Okay, so then that happens, and then we flip positions, and yeah, we start having sex.
Did you like have to go grab a condom from the thingy?
Yeah, he had a condom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, got a condom, did that. But we were sharing the space with another couple who were also having sex. And it was this very interesting space of sharing this one bed or one lounge couch thing.
I mean, you're lucky there was only one other couple. Usually there's like 4.
True.
Like the real estate is in high demand
Fully.
there. Like
I felt that actually.
Yeah.
So we were getting it on. There's people watching us. There's people making commentary.
What? You could hear them?
Yeah, they were like standing around the bed watching us making comments.
What?
Yeah,
Like
it was
what?
a full-on thing.
Like what?
They were just like, fuck yeah. I don't know, just like
like
cheering us
egging you
on.
on.
Yeah, egging
Okay.
us on, cheering us on, saying how hot it is. Yeah.
Oh my God, epic. I can't believe I missed this.
Jackson was like fully going for it. There was people around the bed just there for it, watching
And
it,
did you
cheering
love
us
it?
on.
Were you
I
into that?
absolutely loved it.
You liked the fact that people were watching?
Yeah.
and- yeah, sick. And have you experienced that before?
I have, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you kind of knew that you were into that.
I knew that I was into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And was it dope? Was it pleasurable? Are you able to
It
like...
was fucking amazing.
Okay, cool. So you're like able to feel pleasure and like fully be present in your body while also enjoying people watching, and it's all great.
If there was people there that I knew that I didn't want to be watching me, then I feel like that would
be weird.
alter it.
Yeah.
But the fact that I knew no one there, I
Yeah.
knew you, obviously, and like maybe 1 or 2 other people, but like other than that, it's a completely new scene, new group of people, don't know anyone, felt super safe. It was the end of the night.
Yeah.
Everyone was dropped in.
Yeah.
Everyone was kind of in that space. So I felt super comfortable just slotting right into that.
Great.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. And I felt super safe with him. We had been connecting all night and it had been brewing, and I felt like I'd gotten to know him quite well by that point. And it was my initiation, you know.
Yeah.
It got to the end of the night where I was just like, okay, can we just go have fun and play? And it was me who dragged him into the room and like laid him down, you know. So I felt very much in control in that way as well. And that was it.
Oh my God, that's so hot.
It all started with handing out a Labia Lounge card.
Look, I'm a good matchmaker.
Oh my gosh.
It's not the
how
first
it all
time.
started.
It's not the first time my Labia Lounge cards have gotten someone laid.
True.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there are stories like this. It's great. It's like, it's kind of the point. Like those cards
True.
were meant to be icebreakers.
Yeah.
To get people to interact with new people they wouldn't normally approach or have an excuse to talk to.
There you go.
And just kind of like give them the opportunity to initiate a chat and break the ice, and then the rest is up to everybody else. But like, that's like the perfect example of the cards doing exactly what they're designed to do.
There you go. Work to charm.
Oh my God. I can't believe you got laid at your first ever sex party. Oh my God.
Literally.
Dude, I've fucking been to like 5 of them now, and I've like barely, I haven't even like made out with anyone that I met there. That's amazing.
It was wild.
You are a natural. You're a natch, babe.
Like, I don't know. I feel like with him, I feel like he was just...
Yeah, if it's the right person. And they
It was
feel
the right
safe.
person.
He was beautiful. I didn't get
It
to
was
chat
the
with
right
him, but
person.
He was good energy.
He was good energy. He
seemed
was super
really-
open. He was super
Yeah.
confident, very comfortable in his own skin.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
knew what he was there
And
for.
just playful.
Playful.
Yeah.
44.
Great.
TMI. Just
He looks fucking good for his
just
age.
old enough to know what he wants.
Yeah.
And what he was there for.
And how to
and
communicate
How to
and how to
communicate.
treat
Super safe. I felt very safe.
Yeah, great.
Whilst he was very confident and, you know, just going for it, I
love
still
that.
felt very safe. And yeah.
Oh, I'm obsessed with this for you. I love that
Yeah.
so much. At least one of us got laid. Good
Like-
on you.
Fuck yeah.
You did it. You did it for the team.
Did it for the team.
I
Did it
can
for the lounge.
vicariously did it for the lounge.
Did it for the lounge.
Oh my God, so good.
Yeah, wow. Wild.
Okay, so like, you know, overall, how did you find tonight? Good time?
I've had the best time.
Oh my God.
I've had the best time. Time definitely slipped through my fingers. I definitely made the most of it.
You did. You did. Fuck yeah.
It was very unexpected. It was totally unexpected.
He just really like chose you.
He
like,
just
early
went.
on.
He went for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was committed to me.
Yeah.
Every time he saw me, he was just like,
Yeah.
there you are.
Yeah.
He would come and grab me and hold me and pick me up and swing me around and told all of his friends about me. Like, yeah, he definitely chose me.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what made me feel so open to that experience
Exactly.
as well. There's no
Yeah.
way I would have just done that with anyone.
Yeah.
Just because I'm at a sex
And someone
party.
that had like maybe had like tabs on like 5 other women at once.
Totally.
Kind of like,
Totally.
yeah, he definitely seemed to just like have eyes for you and kind of go,
Yeah.
all right, like
Fully.
I want to get to know this person
Yeah.
tonight.
Right till the end.
Yeah.
Right till pack down.
Yeah, he helped us.
He helped us pack down.
I know.
And right till the very last second that I was literally in the van leaving, he was just like, okay, bye.
So good.
Like, he was there till the end,
Yeah.
from start till finish, throughout the entire night.
Oh, fuck yeah. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah,
Oh my
bless him.
God. Bless. Are you guys going to hang out again?
I reckon.
Cute.
I would love to.
Cute.
Yeah. I want to see him again.
Yeah,
Definitely.
He was good vibes.
He was good vibes. He was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, totally.
Very, very sex-based.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
Yeah, that's
I'm
okay.
there for that.
Yeah.
I'm there for that.
Yeah. Okay. Epic.
Yeah.
You did good, kiddo. Yeah. I actually fucking knew that you would take to that environment like a duck to water.
Absolutely.
I was like, she's going to crush this.
Yeah. It's so my element.
Oh my God.
It's definitely my element.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, sick. And did you have any cool interactions or hear any cool stories from people when you were like handing out cards or anything like that?
No, because I feel like at the start of the night.
Yeah.
And it was handing out. Everyone was still settling in. People were still
Yeah.
arriving.
Yeah.
It was still breaking in. People were very open to the cards and the challenges.
Cool.
But I don't think nothing was really happening at that time. Or it was very mellow.
Yeah, well, I mean, the prompts
the
were
start of the
just
night.
literally to like chat to, none of them were like, go and find someone and fucking suck their nipple. Like, it was just trying to get people to approach and chat to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, which,
Yeah.
you know, would happen anyway, but it's a nice little touch, I think.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope some people like get in touch with me and like tell me about an interaction that they had.
I
or,
hope so
like,
as well.
You know, something like that, because
Yeah.
it's all. It's like I feel like I often will create these experiences or icebreakers or opportunities for people, and then but I don't actually get to like hear about them or witness them. But occasionally someone will come and be like, oh hey, by the way, so like at Human Love Quest, I'd like made these stickers with questions on them that were under every seat in the venue. So there was 250 and I handwrote them all. And then like one of them had said something like, what's your go-to, like how do you initiate when you're trying to like hit on someone?
I know who got this.
Right. Yeah. And he'd just, it was worded differently than that, but it was basically like, you know, how do you approach someone when you're attracted to them and you want to like ask them out or hit on them or initiate or something. And like my friend got that card and he wrote his number on it and went and approached someone and like gave it to them or something. And then that turned into like, yeah, they started like dating.
They went on a
and-
date.
Yeah, they were like fucking for ages.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
There
So
you
like things like that, you know, I hear about sometimes and I'm like, oh, how many things do I not hear about? You know? Yeah. So
There you go.
yeah, I like hearing about the little
Yeah, I would also love to know.
I know.
Because the people that I was handing out the cards to were so there for it. They were wanting it. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet some cool conversations were had because I put some
I
fucking
reckon.
crazy ass shit on there. There's some really good ones.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if anyone found their pair.
I know.
Hey, me again. If you'd like to support the potty and you've already given it 5 stars on whatever platform you're listening on, I want to mention that you can buy some really dope merch from the website and get yourself a Labia Lounge tote, tee, togs. Yep, you heard that right. I even have Labia Lounge bathers. Or a cute fanny pack if that'd blow your hair back. So if fashion isn't your passion though, you can donate to my Buy Me a Coffee donation page, which is actually called Buy Me a Soy Chai Latte, because I'll be the first to admit I'm a bit of a Melbourne cafe tosser like that. And yes, that is my coffee order. You can do a once-off donation or an ongoing membership and sponsor me for as little as 3 fat ones a month. And I also offer one-on-one coaching and online courses that'll help you level up your sex life and relationship with yourself and others in a really big way. So every bit helps, because it ain't cheap to put out a sweet podcast into the world every week out of my own pocket. So I will be undyingly grateful if you support me and my biz financially in any of these ways. And if you like, I'll even give you a mental BJ with my mind from the lounge itself. Saucy. I'll pop the links in the show notes. Thank you. Later. And that's it, darling hearts. Thanks for stopping by the Labia Lounge. Your bum groove in the couch will be right where you left it, just waiting for you to sink back in for some more double L action next time. If you'd be a dear and subscribe, share this episode, or leave a review on iTunes, then you can pat yourself on the snatch, because that's a downright act of sex-positive feminist activism, and you'd be supporting my vision to educate, empower, demystify, and destigmatize with this here podcast. I'm also always open to feedback, topic ideas that you'd love to hear covered, questions or guest suggestions, so feel free to get in touch via my website or over on Insta. You can also send me in TMI stories to be shared anonymously on the pod. My handle is FreyaGraf_the Labia Lounge, if my account hasn't been deleted for being too sex positive, which, is always a possibility with censorship. But just in case the chronic censorship finally does obliterate my social channels, I'd highly recommend going and joining my mailing list and snagging yourself some fun freebies for the trouble at www.freyagraf.com/freebies. Anyway, later, labial legends. See you next time.